YouTube, man, what's going on? It's LNH back with another vid. Now, as many of you guys know by now, Bronny James is actually officially playing EYBL, and honestly, things are going crazy in the circuit, as well as, of course, those rumors going around with his teammate Amari Bailey and his mother and Drake. So I'm gonna break that down, get into it, and of course, man, we have some very exciting news about SHARIF Cooper once again. Now, let's get right into it. Now, of course, Bronny James is officially playing EYBL now, and man, I gotta be honest here, this high school community can be very toxic at times. The basketball community can, because a lot of people love to look down on other players, and specifically players with that type of spotlight. Man, the type of criticism that they receive is really insane. Now, of course, Bronny James, of course, is not always gonna have the best games in the planet. Sometimes he's gonna get buckets, other times he's not, and we all know what type of play style this dude does have. Of course, he is that more of a pass first type of guard, loves to get his teammates involved, and just plays the game of basketball to win the game and not only think about his personal accolades. Now, with that being said, Bronny did have a recent game that a ton of people are ripping this dude apart, where he only had 2 points and took 3 shots in the game. Now, of course, I'm gonna be honest here, that's not good at all. We all know that. You definitely have to be killing more than that in AAU basketball, because this is what I've been saying Bronny needed the whole time. What did I say? I said, number one, if Bronny goes and plays EYBL, that's a perfect place where he's a little bit in a different environment than he was in high school basketball, and may have the chance to really show his dominance on the court and what he's truly capable of. But sad to see that sometimes he's just not a scorer, in my opinion. If he's only putting up 3 shots, he really is not a natural scorer. But as far as defense, he had a ton of very interesting clips there, and just getting his teammates involved, passing the ball, he's doing very well. But in my opinion, what type of player do we call this? I mean, we call him a role player. I gotta be honest here, he definitely has a lot of talent, could be more aggressive. By the end of the day, if you're only scoring 2 points, man, that's tough. Of course, he's still gonna have these type of college offers and things like that, so we have no worries on him really playing at the next level. But man, something really has to change. And in a recent game as well, he actually did pretty well. He actually had 10 points and looked a little bit more aggressive on the court. And of course, I love seeing this dude play in EYBL, and he's going up against the best competition. That's all we could really ask of him. But you guys let me know, what do you think about that whole situation with him playing in EYBL? I think it's a great step for him to be able to assert his dominance in the future. Now, on the other hand, a ton of people have been talking about this situation. Of course, you guys know what's going on. It's Amari Bailey's mom and Drake. There are a ton of rumors going around. He even rented out a stadium for them to have dinner in, and it's honestly looking crazy in my opinion. It's funny to see that Drake is actually making these type of moves, and I always really wondered, why was he at Bronny's basketball game? You guys saw that there, and of course, he pulls up to a lot of these other types of games, but it was really interesting to see that he pulled up to Bronny's game. Of course, he was showing support, but that seems like the real reason why he was at the game. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if I was in Amari Bailey's shoes, I think it would be kind of tough. On one hand, of course, if Drake is going to be part of the family, and even reports were stating that Drake was actually mentoring Amari Bailey, hey man, he looks like he's doing a good job, because Amari Bailey's been going crazy on the court, and you guys know he performs in front of crowds. But it's crazy to me that something like this has happened, I'm not gonna lie. But of course, on the other hand, someone being like Amari Bailey, you would never want to hear something like this get in your head, because it definitely can affect you on the basketball court, and for sure mess with your emotions, and you really even thinking about something like that. But man, what do you guys think about Drake and Amari Bailey? What is going on with that? It's crazy in my opinion. But hey man, you know Drake, he is out here going crazy. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about that situation as well? Now, we just had some recent news about SHARIF Cooper, and this is exciting. I told you guys in a recent video that SHARIF Cooper's draft stock is going up, and you guys know this by now. I think people are really starting to realize the value that he can bring to a team, not only value but entertainment wise. This dude was super exciting to watch play, even in high school, and of course when he got to college and had all that hype around him, because initially he couldn't even play at the college level. There were some eligibility issues going on. Eventually it got cleared, and man, in my opinion, he was the most exciting player to watch in college basketball. basketball. I gotta be honest. And when that did actually happen, man, he took it by storm and really showed people his worth, how he can play on the basketball court. And recently some reports have just come out, and SHARIF Cooper actually reacted to this on Twitter, and I'm going to read it for you right now. SHARIF Cooper is now number 11 in the latest big board. I wrote about him last week, why his coaches believe he's a lottery pick, and 10 lottery teams have invited him for an interview/workout. Man, now clearly a ton of people are interested in SHARIF Cooper, and I think he's just been doing his thing on the court for sure. This dude, of course, signed with Adidas just like Jalen Green, but man, it's crazy to me impact this dude brings to the team around him, but also the value that he brings to the table. And I think specifically when he came and actually played with Auburn back in college basketball, man, the way this dude was going on the court, man, I gotta give it to him. He's gonna be a top 10 pick in my opinion, especially him working out with all of these teams, man. They clearly are all interested. His dude just fixed his jump shot. It's looking pretty good in the workouts. Man, I don't see why teams would not be super interested in this dude. You guys let me know if you think I'm correct about this situation. Am I missing anything, man? In my opinion, I gotta be honest here, I like this dude a lot. I think he's going to do great things in the future. Now, lastly, I want to talk about Mikey Williams. Man, I came across a recent video about Mikey Williams, and this was insane. Now, of course, we all know by now this dude is probably a celebrity amongst celebrities. This dude is very popular in the high school basketball realm, but I saw the funniest video where kids were actually waiting up to actually get an autograph from Mikey Williams and try to get a picture with him. Now, in my opinion, it almost seems sometimes like Mikey Williams is the face of high school basketball. Of course, you do have Bronny James, which, of course, being the son of an NBA player, I think at times he's just going to have that type of popularity where Mikey Williams kind of came in the scene a little bit differently than Bronny did, but of course played with Bronny back in the day. And it's so crazy to see where all of these dudes are at now. Of course, man, most of them are playing EYBL. Dior Johnson, of course, going crazy right now in EYBL. This dude is playing very well. But man, DJ Wagner, we got to give credit to this dude as well. He's in this realm. This dude has been going crazy in EYBL, shooting some very impressive numbers. And at a point in time, I wasn't even sure if he was playing EYBL, but he does play for the Scholars Elite, which is a team on the circuit. And man, he's looking impressive. I think he's going to keep that #1 spot, no doubt. He has proven himself on the court every time, and even had a 25-point game very recently where he was shooting about 7 for 21 for field goal percentage and 3 for 6 from the 3-point line with 7 assists. You can't tell me that's not impressive. That's 50% from the 3-point line. Very excellent numbers, man. And these dudes, Dior Johnson, in addition to this as well, had an 18-point game, 13 rebounds and 7 assists. So there's definitely a ton of competition in these classes. And man, there is no slowdown. We want to see what these players do in EYBL, because you know how I always say, this is the best place to show what you're made of on the court. In my opinion, this circuit is better than Adidas and Under Armour just because there are so many talented players. But at times, there have been a lot of other talented players who are on the other circuits. But man, you guys let me know, what do you think about all of these situations? First and foremost, Bronny having that 2-point game, man, a lot of people are beating down on him. What do you guys think about that game? In addition to this, of course, Amari Bailey's mother and Drake. What do you think about that situation? It was going crazy on Instagram. A ton of memes were coming out. And man, what do you think about SHARIF Cooper? How do you think he's going to perform at the next level? This dude seems very solid to me. And last but not least, man, what do you think about the EYBL circuit? Who is going crazy? Who do I need to be reporting on? You guys need to let me know in the comments down below. I'm always open to video suggestions, man. But subscribe to the channel. It's free. Like the video. I appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel. All right, so I'll let you know.